Welcome back to another episode of Tech and Tesla. So we just received the update for FSD Beta 10.11.1, and I wanted to show you guys the release notes. So I'll go through this rather slowly, and you can pause the video if you would like to read all the changes and improvements. There's a lot in this update, and Elon just tweeted that 10.12 is going to be an even bigger jump in features than this update. So definitely looking forward to that as well. We also have some updates from, I guess, the previous version, because I didn't see this earlier. But what this is it's supposed to be better at slower speeds, more regenerative braking in autopilot, and also the ability to change the color of the car. So just virtually, of course, you can go in and you can make your car any color on the screen, and while you're driving around, while it has that view, and during this view as well, you can set it to any color you want. You can do regular paint, you could do metallic, you could do more of a matte finish. So if you wrapped your car in a different color, you can match it to this. So I guess that's something fun you can do. Some other changes here are there's more icons across the top. You still have your time and temperature, your FSD camera, but they've added Sentry mode, they've added your profile, and on the right there they added the POI button and a supercharger button. So it's nice that they're bringing some more stuff back to the screen. The only other thing I'd like to see back up there is the dash cam. And just a quick way to press that if you see something or something happens to you. And I have mine set to record on honk, since it is harder to get to the dash cam. I could just honk the horn and it will record a clip, but it would be nice to just have a tap across the top there. All right, so let's plug in a destination and let's go for the first drive. So I did have a problem with my camera recording the audio, so I would just do a voiceover for this drive and put it all into post. So the car made a very nice left turn. We're on autopilot. You can see that by the blue steering wheel on the top left corner there. So we'll speed it up and we'll go over the highlights. But first, this is the first major mistake it's made. So if you look on the visualization, it's showing that it's going into this lane for the left turn, but it's taking both lanes. So it's straddling across. Now it decides to go to the right one, and then it decides to go to the left one. So there was nobody behind me, so I kind of let this go, and that was pretty poor execution of a left turn there. Okay, so we're just coming to the end of the highway drive, and the car successfully got over into the right lane just before our exit, so that was well done. And now we're getting off the highway and going back into the FSD build. So you guys tell me your thoughts here. You can see that a new lane is forming on the right hand side, and the Tesla just jumps into it without a signal being on. So it was kind of, I wasn't expecting it, and it just kind of jumped into that lane. I think that it should put on the right turn signal to get into that lane, and there's no harm in doing that. But you guys let me know down in the comments if you think that's something that should be added in the next build. The other thing I've noticed on this build is that the highway drives have been it doesn't nag as much. So I've had my hand on the wheel. It's on the left hand side. It's off camera, but I've had my hand on the wheel, and I remember on the previous build, it kept telling me to apply force, put my hand on the wheel. So Beta had a little bit of a tough turn here. It came to a stop at the red light. It had no intention of making a right on red. It did eventually put the turn signal on, as you can see there, and it kept flashing that it was going to creep forward, but it really wasn't. So I had to add a little pressure to the accelerator so I could see if any cars were coming, and it was clear, and I had to continue to apply force to the accelerator, and then it finally took over here. I don't anticipate any problems with this left here. It's been pretty good for the last few builds, so I anticipate this to be a good left turn, and it definitely is. It used to go way off to the right there, so that's a much more natural left. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the drive. If you're still watching, thanks for sticking around, and please hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this and much more content on the way. And I also have some new discount codes in my description below, so if you want to check those out as well, if you're looking for any accessories. So this is the last left turn, and the coast was clear, and it went really slow through this turn, so I just had to give it a little push on the accelerator. But that's it for this drive. As always, drive safe.